Amen. Thank you all. Let's go right into the word. Daniel chapter 6. Daniel chapter 6. There are some things I may not know. There are some places I can't go, but of this one thing, that God is real. Oh, I can feel Him in my soul. Yes, God is real in my soul. Yes, God is real. And oh, His love for me, just like pure gold. Yes, God is real. Oh, yes, God is real. He's real in my soul. Yes, God is real. Oh, yes, God is home. Oh, His love for me, just like pure gold. Yes, God is real. Daniel chapter 6. Yes, God real. Hey, oh, Lord, His love for me, just like pure gold. Yes, God is real. Daniel chapter number 6, verse number 10. Daniel chapter 6, verse number 10. Now when Daniel knew that the writing was signed, he went into his house, and his windows being open in his chamber toward Jerusalem. He kneeled upon his knees 3 times a day and prayed, and gave thanks before his God as he did aforetime. Then these men assembled and found Daniel praying and making supplication before his God. Then they came near and spoke before the king concerning the king's decree. Have you not signed a decree saying, every man who shall ask a petition of any god or a man within 30 days, save of you, O king, shall be cast into the lion den? The king answered and said, this thing is true, according to the law of the Medes and Persians, which alters not. Then answered they and said before the king, that Daniel, which is of the children of the captivity of Judah, regards not you, O king, nor the decree that you have signed, but make his petition 3 times a day. Want to read verse 10 one more time. Now when Daniel knew that the writing was signed, he went into his house, and his windows being open, and his chambers toward Jerusalem. He kneeled upon his knees 3 times a day, and prayed and gave thanks before his God, as he did aforetime. For a few minutes, if you'll allow me, I want to preach, pray on. Pray on. God, Father, we thank you. God, we praise you. We lift you up. It's preaching time. God, allow the words of my mouth and meditation of my heart be accepted in thy sight. Lord, you are my strength and my redeemer. The saints of God said, amen. Amen. For a few minutes, I want to preach 2 words. Pray on. Can I suggest to you, life has a way of causing you to be burdened down. Life has a way of keeping you distracted. Life has a way of backing you into a wall where it feels as though there is no help. If we were all together and we were having a conversation with Mother Jo, she would tell you life sometimes will put you between a rock and a hard place. But can I suggest to you that in life's toughest storms, you keep praying? Can I suggest to you that when life is good, you keep praying? And when life turmoils and life struggles get the best of you, you keep praying. If I could bring in one of my godmothers was still here, she would say, pray on my child. Pray on my child. I wish somebody would help me. You want to just go ahead and type in the comments, pray on. Whatever you do, don't stop praying, because the old church will tell you prayer changes things. Can I suggest to you that there is power in prayer? Daniel found himself, we're going into the text, I promise you, if you blink too long, you might miss the service today. The scripture text tells us that Daniel found himself in a compromising position because he knew the power of prayer. Daniel learned at an early age that if he couldn't talk to nobody, he could talk to God. And I wish I could put a pin right there for a little while. Can I suggest to you that we learn how to stop trying to talk to everybody else and learn how to get on heaven's telephone? Because the old church hymnologist said, just a little talk with Jesus. Tell him all about your trouble. He'll hear your faithful cry. You can go ahead and testify, and he will answer by and by. Daniel understood at an early age that if I can't talk to nobody else, I can call on the name of the Lord. Daniel, he understood that though I'm in a strange land, though I'm in a strange situation, though I'm in captivity, it does not mean that I can't talk to God. I just stop right there. Yeah, you may be participating in the pandemic. Yeah, you may be going through some of the struggles that it brings, but you still ought to be able to talk to God. Yeah, your bills may be piling up, your money may be getting low, but you still ought to be able to talk to God. Yeah, family may be acting strange, loved ones are leaving rapidly, but you still ought to have you still ought to be able to call on the name of the Lord. I don't care what time it is. Sometimes you can't call me. There's times I don't want you calling me. I know people don't be real. I know pastors stand in the pulpit and tell lies and act fake, but can I tell you there's a certain time of the night I don't want you calling me unless it's an emergency, because like everybody else, I got to get rest too. But can I tell you, there's a phone line that you can call. And I come to the conclusion that no matter what time you call them, you can call them early in the morning. You can call them at the midnight hour. Whenever you call them, the song said he's just one prayer away. Daniel found himself going against all odds, praying 3 times a day. He understood that if he couldn't get power from nowhere else, he understood that there was power in prayer. And so what he did, he decided that not only would he pray, but he's also wanted the enemy to know that regardless of what you throw my way, it's not going to stop me from praying. And if I was doing a 3-point sermon, that'll be the first point right there. Don't let nothing stop you from praying. Saints of God, we can become so consumed with our this decree to stop him from praying. And can I tell you that if the enemy really want to steal power from you or the church, all he got to do is stop the prayer? And if you know this, and I didn't make it up, if you know this, that's all he did. He stopped prayer in certain places, and when he stopped prayer in certain places, problems started growing. He stopped prayer in the school, and the school went crazy. He stopped prayer in the homes, and the homes fell apart. He slowed down prayer in the church, and the church became an entertainment center. He stopped prayer in the ministry of believers, and the believers lost power. Can I tell you, if Satan wanted to take anything from the church to make it lose its power, it was prayer. Daniel understood this. And so when they signed the decree, verse number 10 says that when he knew what they were trying to do, when he knew what was written inside, he decided he was going to pray a little harder. And can I put point number 2 right there? If I was to go and take one of the cliches of our own patriots, I would tell you, much prayer, much power. Little prayer, little power. No prayer, no power. The text says that when Daniel found out about this, Daniel said, let me go home and pray a little more. Text says that when Daniel got back to the house, he made sure the windows was open because he wanted them to understand that I know how to take the power back from you that you thought you stole from me. Text says that when he got there, he prayed 3 times. Got down on bended knees. I want to put a comma right there, not a pin, but a comma right there. Many of us that got too lazy to get down on bended knees. My grandfather, before he made his transition, was on oxygen. I don't care how bad his breathing got. Before he laid across his bed, Jasper would kneel at the foot of it. And he would talk to God on behalf of his family. Many of us, we're so lazy. We won't climb out of our Tempur-Pedics that the Lord blessed us with. We won't climb out of our California Kings that the Lord provided the money for us to purchase. We won't climb out of our pillow tops that the Lord opened the door for us to get and keep down on bending knees and pray. I was raised up in a time where the deacons, when they prayed, they kneel before the Lord. Told you all about a deacon by the name of Clarence Austin. Deacon Clarence Austin transitioned at the age of 93. Up until he didn't come to church no more, every time he prayed, Deacon Clarence Austin kneeled before the presence of God. Had nothing to do with customary and tradition. They understood what the word worship meant, because the word worship means to bow down in the presence of the Lord. Text says that Daniel kneeled down 3 times a day. Why did Daniel kneel 3 times a day? Because Daniel needed power to make it in the morning. He needed power to make it in the afternoon. But he knew he was going to need power to lay down at night. Next reason you got to pray on They were offended at Daniel going against what was in place. They heard Daniel talking to the Lord. Can't tell you what Daniel was saying. But Daniel knew who he was talking to.
Yeah.
Daniel began to talk to God. The spies went back to the king. Said unto King Darius, listen, did you put a decree in place? Did you tell them not to pray to nobody? Did you tell them to shut up and hold their peace? There's one who was captive of the children of Israel. O king, we call him talking to the God of his salvation. Being jealous, they took Daniel and they threw him in the lion's den. Can I suggest to you the power of prayer will shut the mouths of your enemy. The power of prayer will bring you out of a lion den situation. The power of prayer will keep your mind sane in an insane situation. The power of prayer will allow you to prosper in the midst of a pandemic. The power of prayer. The power of prayer will cause your enemies to wonder why you're standing and everybody around you is falling down. The text says that when Daniel was thrown in the lion's den, that the God who Daniel served was able to deliver him. And I thought I'd stop by and tell you, if you pray on a little while longer, everything will be all right. The text says that on the next day, while they were worried about Daniel down in the lion's den, Daniel was resting on the response that God gave him. And that's God's word for somebody today. While you worrying and while you are losing sleep, you want to learn how to pray and turn it over to Jesus. Here it is that while Daniel was down there, the ones who didn't have a prayer life, they were worried about Daniel. And that's God's word for somebody here. If you gonna pray, then you don't have time to worry. But if you gonna worry, you want to still take the time and pray because something will happen.